Hey Gemini, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a timeless tarot and oracle reading for you, asking the question what's coming towards you at the time of viewing this. Of course, only take what empowers you. That's what this channel is all about. Leave whatever does not resonate. And I like to pray for you. Lifts me up to lift you up. So say hi in the comment section, or you even leave in a little emoji, something that represents your energy that I can focus on. And I encourage everybody else to join in. So Geminis and cross watchers alike. Lastly, thank you so much for hitting the like button on your way in. It greatly helps the channel grow. Helps your other fellow Geminis see the video. So we're outside today, and because of that, we have all the elements surrounding us. Thank you for your patience with the diesel trucks. All right, so you guys, control. Why worry? That is your message starting out today with Oracle, and this is the hand gesture that comes with it. Why worry? See what that feels like. It's a really interesting feeling. I know it sounds funny because it's such a simple thing to do, but it's a weird, strange sensation. You'll have to tell me what you think you feel, because I almost feel what's not in my hands right now. I know I'm going off on a tangent. It's an interesting feeling. This is your mantra. I am full of confidence, for in the end, good prevails. This strengthens the spleen and pancreas. Taking good care and precautions is good, but too much worry, Gemini, is harmful. All of us at some time or another indulge in worrying and even in pandering to our worries. Mark Twain recommended taking a broom and sweeping these habits out the door and down the steps thoroughly, one step at a time, and if necessary, not just once, but several times, because they tend to find their way back in through the back door. So just kind of monitoring your worries, monitoring your thought process, and you have the power. Why worry? Taking control of the situation. And you know, it's interesting. I'm going to give this tarot a shuffle while I'm telling you this, but human beings, we intrinsically know that ritual is important. Well, why is that? We make rituals about everything. Hey, tarot is a ritual. You know, we empower physical objects, rosaries, tarot, stones, gems, candles. Why do we create ritual? It's because we're manifesting something. We're putting our power into something. We know on a deep level that we do have control, that we do have power of our environment to a certain degree. Yes, we do. We have power manifesting. We've got a lot of major arcana out here, you guys. We start with the Strength card. We're using the Aquarian deck, so that the pictures are a little different than the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the Strength card. It's talking about an inner strength that sometimes a situation is showing you, like you don't know these strengths unless you're in certain situations. Then we have the Hermit card, and this is a very wise card. It's one of the intuition cards. This is retreating kind of to the depths of what you know to listen to a deeper voice. Sometimes this means even physically retreating, you know, from your environment. And then we have the Magician. So this is really, that's exactly what we're talking about. The Magician is the manifester. We have reaching down, pulling into a strength you did not know you had. And then Hermit, knowing intuitively to go quiet, to retreat, whatever that is, to keep a little part of yourself for yourself, because it's helping you fuel up this next vision. It's helping you fuel up your inspiration for what you're creating. This is all setting you up for something. Do you feel that? And then we have Page of Rods, enthusiasm. Then it comes the enthusiasm, the vision, the excitement. If you feel like a kid, let yourself feel like a kid. This is a very youthful energy. And in fact, some of you guys might be inspired by your own kids. If you have kids or teenagers, watch what they get excited about, you know? And you know, when we get older and we get a little more jaded in certain areas, we forget about that. But there's power in that. And then we got King of Rods. We go from Page of Rods to King of Rods. This has nothing to do with gender. It has nothing to do with real royalty either. page is kind of the beginning of something. Either it's the unevolved, immature version of it, or it's just simply the startings of something. And then this grows into the king, which is like the destination, the fully evolved version. This represents inspiration, vision, manifestation, excitement, go juice, the actions of life. This is somebody who does what they say they're going to do. This is somebody who has a dream, a thought, a goal, an intention, and they act on it. So we have a very clear picture of what is happening right now for you. If you're still with me, Gemini, that is further proof. You are setting, so we at the bottom of the deck have 8 of Pentacles. You're about to get very focused and possibly burn the midnight oil for some of you guys to make this happen, whatever this is for you. So let's unpack this a little further. You guys, this is going to be an extended. I do them when I can for you. If you like the extended, if you like to go deeper into the messages, awesome. More major arcana. That will be a link in the description box below. You just have to expand it to see it. I know that some people are like, where is this link you talk about? You have to expand it. There's a little word, says more, right underneath the video. And if you click on more, it'll show you the whole description box for every reader. All right, so here's another diesel truck for you. To clarify our strength card, reaching down, seeing strength that you might not even known you had, we have justice. This is a great balancer. It's also a karmic card to show you that this is working out in your favor. Everything is going to kind of land where it needs to. But there is a certain amount of patience with this to watch how kind of the world responds. There's other energies working with you. I love this. Hermit, clarified by the 10 of Cups. There's a certain amount of alignment that is happening behind your back. I don't want to say behind your back because I think you're collaborating with it. But this is really going to benefit everybody involved. So if you've got a family, this is like making sure everybody's really happy. It's in alignment with everybody's interests and harmony. And the 10 of Cups is one of the happiest relationship cards. So everybody's just feeling good. So it suggests that your vision has something to do with your future and those around you and the alignment and harmony of all your relationships. We have our third major arcana, or actually, I should say 5th major arcana. In clarity to the Magician card, we've got the Chariot card. It tells me that when as this vision is coming together, things are going to start to quicken up. Don't be surprised if people come towards you, opportunities come towards you, because manifesting, when you're in the manifesting mode of the Magician, you start right away. You know, it's more of a frequency you're tuning into, and then you just start noticing and attracting things in that frequency. So Chariot card is a fast moving energy, okay? There could even be travel involved. It is oftentimes a travel card. There seems to be, this is interesting, regarding your vision, there is one hurdle, and it almost requires you to take control in this situation. And you're having to work with, there's this theme of having to work with the other energies around you. That could be people, collaborators, or coworkers. It could be, and that's why you're getting that strength card. There's a certain amount of diplomacy that goes along with a strength card. Reaching down into a strength you didn't know you had. You might be negotiating with this kind of power role. In order to make this vision happen, you're going to have to work with power roles. And I don't mean that in a mean, authoritative way, but you're going to have to collaborate with some people, maybe around schedules, maybe around just, how this is going to work out. It'd be really lovely just to like set a goal and boom, it unfolds for you. But that's not realistic. In order to make this work out, you're going to have to judge the situation a little bit. And I would say The best way to do that is to look at things from their perspective. What benefits them as well? We have, one moment while I take a look at this. What's this? Ace of Swords. This is really interesting. Okay. So this is kind of more details on that storyline. We have a lot of swords. We've got all the swords out here. There's a lot of communication required to make this happen, but it's absolutely doable. There are two energies that are coming through specifically strong in this. One is an individual, male, female, anybody in between, but they feel somehow compromised emotionally by the situation. Could be you, could be somebody else. This is Queen of Cups in reverse. So when she's in reverse, she's upset usually. And there's something, usually she's a nurturing, kind, generous, and empathic, compassionate queen or energy. But in this case, I think when she's pushed too far, it's emotionally. And it's usually because maybe boundaries have been crossed. We have here the Knight of Cups, which is a lovely energy, and it's very balancing because this is somebody, I think, who has good intentions and who has kind of an idea, maybe even a romantic notion of sorts, that things will work out for the best. So we have two energies, two people who are popping up in this vision that's coming together. And that's when we start getting all the communication cards, okay? So we get clarity. Ace of Swords is a beautiful gift of clarity, whether it's a message somebody's conveyed to you or it's an epiphany, an aha moment, a realization. We have the Knight of Swords, who is a huge communicator, and they communicate quickly. This can be very Gemini energy. So it's as if somebody gets this burst of clarity, you or somebody else, and then boom, has to communicate it. And there's a cycle here that one is coming up against. It could be a sense of being stuck in a cycle with somebody else. It could be a codependency. It could be just or an addiction. Of course, I always have to throw that out there because it's the devil card. But it could also be a cycle that's repeating itself and manifesting in someone else, but you recognize the cycle from the past. And so it's an opportunity to do things different. The fact that it's showing up in your reading is suggesting that you'll be able to recognize this cycle. And the thing is, as human beings, we're like these little flesh robots. We walk around life and we do these patterns over and over again until we catch ourselves in the pattern and until we see the pattern, and then we've got freedom. Then we've got control, right? So then we have communication. Good news coming in, wonderful communication. This could even include travel, but it's fast moving. We've got a very fast pace to a lot of this happening. The star card suggests being seen, recognized for who you are, and it's a sense of getting your prayers answered, your wishes answered. And we've got another Swords communicator card. This is boundaries, this is fact. This is things being solidified in fact, in detail, in strategy, in analytical, logical, practical terms. The King of Swords always wants to get down to brass tacks, always wants to get down to truth. I think a lot of this communication is going to be around boundaries, possibly truth, reality as one sees it. And that's why we started with, boom, 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 the Strength card. This is pulling up strength that you didn't know you maybe had, and it's within that communication sector that Geminis are usually so good with. Gift of gab, those Geminis, right? So I'm going to go on to the extended where we're going to get advice, more oracle cards, more tarot. And if you'd like to follow me there, of course, the link is below. If this is where I leave you, I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. Consider subscribing, consider liking, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.